Alright, let's dive into the buzz surrounding Dylan Wang, one of China's hottest rising stars, and explore the question that's got fans talking. Is Dylan Wang producing his own drama? Picture this, you're scrolling through Weibo or X, catching glimpses of Dylan's latest projects, his signature smolder lighting up your feed. The guy's been everywhere, from heartthrob roles in Meteor Garden to stealing scenes in love between fairy and devil. But producing? That's a whole new level of creative control. Let's unpack this, pull in the latest chatter, and see what's cooking in Dylan's world. Grab a snack, maybe some popcorn, because this is going to be a fun, interactive ride. First, let's set the stage. Dylan Wang, born Wang Hedi on December 20th, 1998, in Leshan, Sichuan, has skyrocketed from a flight attendant hopeful to a household name in Chinese entertainment. His breakout role as Dao Mingxi in the 2018 Meteor Garden remake made hearts flutter across Asia, and since then, he's been stacking up roles in dramas like Guardians of the Dauphin, 2024, and Only for Love, 2023. But producing a drama? That's the kind of move that says, I'm not just a pretty face, I'm calling the shots. So, is he doing it? Let's investigate. And you, dear reader, get to play detective with me. Ready to weigh in? To figure this out, we need to look at Dylan's career trajectory. The guy's been busy. Since his debut, he's tackled everything from fantasy epics to workplace rom-coms, racking up credits in shows like The Rational Life, 2021, Miss the Dragon, 2021, and Unchained Love, 2022. He's also popped up on variety shows like Hello, Saturday, and Wonderland, charming fans with his goofy, down-to-earth vibe. But producing is a different beast. It involves funding, creative decisions, casting, basically being the boss. There's no confirmed report from reliable sources like Weibo, My Drama List, or industry insiders saying Dylan's taken the producer's chair for a drama. No posts on X or web reports explicitly state he's producing his own show. But that doesn't mean we can't explore the possibility, right? What do you think? Does Dylan strike you as someone ready to take on that kind of responsibility? Let's consider the evidence. In December 2022, Dylan made a bold move outside of acting by launching his own fashion brand, Desirable, where he holds a 51% stake, with the rest controlled by his agency owner's spouse. This shows he's got an entrepreneurial streak, dipping his toes into business and creative control. Producing a drama isn't far off from that mindset. Both require vision, leadership, and a knack for branding. If he's confident enough to start a fashion line, could producing a drama be his next big play? Imagine Dylan handpicking a script, casting his co-stars, maybe even sneaking in a role for himself. What kind of drama would you want him to produce? A swoony romance? A gritty wuxia? Drop your ideas in your head, or on X if you're feeling chatty. And let's dream up his dream project. Now, let's look at the industry context. Producing a drama in China's competitive entertainment scene is no small feat. Big platforms like iQIYI, Youku, and Mango TV pump out dozens of shows yearly, often backed by established production companies. Actors turning producers isn't unheard of. Think of stars like Yang Mi or Zhao Liang, who've co-produced projects through their own studios. Dylan, at 26, is still early in his career compared to these heavyweights, but his massive fan base, 5 million on Instagram, 20 million on Weibo, and Ding Lu, top-tier celebrity status give him clout. His recent projects, like Guardians of the Dauphin and the upcoming live Long and Prosper, set to film in March 2025, show he's in demand. Could he leverage that popularity to pitch his own production? If you were a studio exec, would you greenlight a Dylan Wang-produced drama? Why or why not? Here's where it gets juicy. There's no direct evidence of Dylan producing a drama yet, but there's chatter about his growing influence. A 2023 post on X from @tiff_losophy mentioned Dylan promoting Guardians of the Dauphin at a film festival, hinting at his hands-on role in hyping his projects. While this doesn't scream producer, it shows he's not just a passive star, he's engaging with his work's narrative. Plus, his agency, which seems tightly knit, given the Desirable ownership split, might back him if he wanted to produce. But here's a curveball. Some X posts and Reddit threads, like one from r/Gramus fans, praise Dylan's charisma but critique his acting range, suggesting he might need more seasoning before taking on a producer's role. Do you agree? Or is his star power enough to carry a project? Let's play a game. Producer Dylan. If Dylan were producing a drama, what would it look like? Based on his past roles, He seems to thrive in two lanes: the brooding, domineering heartthrob, like Dongfang Qingsong in Love Between Fairy and Devil, or the charming, relatable guy next door, like in Never Give Up. Maybe he'd produce a xianxia epic with jaw-dropping CGI, casting himself as a morally gray hero. Or perhaps a modern rom-com set in Shanghai's bustling fashion scene, tying into his desirable brand. You're the co-producer. What's your pitch? A historical drama with political intrigue? A sci-fi thriller? Think about what would suit Dylan's vibe and fanbase. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: the challenges. Producing a drama requires serious cash, connections, and experience. Dylan's got the fame, but does he have the industry know-how? Some Reddit users on r/cdrama argue he's still honing his acting, pointing to mixed reviews for Only for Love. Script issues didn't help. Producing means juggling budgets, directors, and post-production. Think late nights arguing over script revisions or editing cuts. Plus, there's the dubbing debate. A 2023 Koala's Playground post noted that some production companies want to dub Dylan's voice due to his Sichuan accent, but he's pushing for his own voice. As a producer, he'd have the power to make that call. Would you let him keep his voice, or go for a polished dub to appeal to a broader audience? Another angle: timing. Dylan's schedule is packed. He wrapped Light to the Night in June 2024 and is slated for Live Long and Prosper in 2025, a farming underdog xianxia drama that's got fans buzzing. Producing might stretch him thin, unless he's got a solid team. But here's a thought: maybe he's quietly learning the ropes. His variety show stints, like The Inn or Chinese Restaurant 3, show he's comfortable behind the scenes, interacting with crews and guests. Could he be picking up production tips on the sly? If you were his mentor, what advice would you give him about stepping into producing? Let's zoom out to the fan perspective. Dylan's fans, affectionately calling him Didi, are ride or die. They flooded Guangdong during a 2024 My Zone shoot, creating a zombie-like mob scene for 8 days. This kind of devotion means a Dylan-produced drama would likely get instant buzz. But fans can be picky. Some on Reddit love his love between fairy and devil chemistry with Esther Yu, while others want him to avoid typecasting. If he produced, he'd need to balance fan expectations with creative risks. What do you think his fans would want most in a Dylan Wang production? More fantasy romance? Or something totally new, like a crime drama? Here's an interactive twist. Let's build a hypothetical Dylan Wang drama. You're the casting director. Dylan's the lead, obviously. But who's his co-star? Bai Lu, with whom he sparked in Only for Love. Esther Yu for that LBF80 magic? Or maybe a fresh face like Dai Luwa, rumored to join him in Live Long and Prosper? Pick a genre, a vibe, even a title. I'll start. Starlit Rebellion, a dystopian romance where Dylan plays a rebel leader with a secret past, torn between love and revolution. Your turn. What's your vision? Back to reality. No concrete news confirms Dylan's producing a drama as of August 2025. But the signs are there. He's ambitious, business-savvy, and beloved. His fashion brand move proves he's not afraid to take risks, and his rising star power means studios might listen if he pitches a project. For now, he's focused on acting, with Live Long and Prosper generating hype as a non-traditional xianxia. Maybe producing is his next chapter, especially as he hits his late 20s and seeks more control over his career. What's your gut saying? Is Dylan ready to produce, or should he stick to stealing hearts on screen? Let's wrap with a call to action. If you're dying for Dylan to produce, hit up X and share your dream drama idea with #DylanWangProducer. Maybe he'll see it and get inspired. Or, if you think he should focus on acting, tell me why. What's his best role yet? For me, it's Dongfang Qingsong's intense, layered performance in Love Between Fairy and Devil. Your pick? Keep an eye on Dylan's Weibo or platforms like Viki for updates, and who knows, maybe we'll see produced by Wang in the credits soon. Until then, keep fangirling, keep speculating, and let's see where this star takes us next.